Welcome back to Underway Drifting and Dreaming. If you're new, my name is Jennifer, and my husband Jim and I, we are traveling on America's Great Loop Adventure, which is a 6,000-mile loop around the coast and down through the river system and back to Florida for us. We are traveling on a 48-foot Katie Krogan whaleback, and we go about 7 knots at our fastest. So we're taking our time. There's no hurry, no agenda. This weekend, we do have plans. My sister and her husband are coming to visit. It is Labor Day weekend, and we're going to kick off the weekend with many adventures. We'll be heading out for sunset walks, biking, and a sunrise kayaking trip. It'll be truly amazing. We are checking in to the Municipal Marina in Manistee, and we have a great dock next to law enforcement and the Coast Guard. The Manistee Municipal Marina, which is a state-ran DNR marina, is here along the river. We are backed in next to local law enforcement, and the Coast Guard boats had moored their boats here for the weekend. Not sure if that was for fast response or if something was happening at the station and they needed their boats out of the way. But it was great. There was people that were walking along the waterfront. They would stop and ask about how do we get a boat from Texas here? Where's Dripping Springs, Texas, which is next to Austin, just to the west, and nice conversations. And then every morning, the Coast Guard crew would come over and start up their boats and check them and just do their morning check-offs, which I really enjoyed. Jim and I were both in the Coast Guard, and so I took a little extra step to video and record the Coast Guard boats here. These are both small boats that they use for search and rescue, law enforcement, and many other missions. And the guys are taking the boats over to the station. I'm sure you didn't miss that sound signal from the boat. So that was one prolonged blast, followed by 3 short blasts. And these are 2 separate signals. The first one, the long, is the boat is getting underway. and the 3 short is backing down, so it allows other boaters in the area that there's a boat getting underway and they're backing down, so you just need to be alerted to that. The most important boat signal, I think, is 5 short blasts, meaning there's some type of danger. You just need to stop what you're doing and see what's happening. It's a very windy day, and my sister and I head out on a bike ride to 5th Avenue Beach to check out the waves. She really wanted to go swimming, and here is 5th Avenue Beach. We're going to walk out to the North Lighthouse on the pier. It's called Manistee North Pier Lighthouse. There it is, and we're going to actually walk on the pier when there's some breaking waves.
My feet are wet.
My sister and I continue to ride our bikes up to Orchard Beach State Park. I think we did 10 or 12 miles on the bike, and then we headed back to the beach so she could put her feet in the water at Lake Michigan. She doesn't go out far at all because you can see the waves are coming in between 5 and 7 feet. So she just runs out in the water, gets wet, and comes on back because that undertow is crazy. The next morning, my sister and I are up early for a kayak ride, and I have my phone connected to my life jacket inside a waterproof container. Why? Well, I'm glad I did because I fell out of the boat 3 times getting into the kayak and finally got underway. We spent about 90 minutes out kayaking the river. It was great to be able to see the sunrise, and then we didn't travel all the way out to Lake Michigan. We turned around at the Coast Guard station and headed back. But the views were amazing. It was nice to spend that time with family. About 98% of the time, Jim and I on the boat are traveling. It's just the 2 of us. We're meeting other boaters, enjoying docktails. But being in Michigan has been wonderful, spending time with my family. We are heading out to Ludington, where my parents will meet us for a few days. The weather leaving, it's still a little bit windy, but once we get out, it's going to be a little bit of an uncomfortable ride. Thanks for joining us along this adventure of the Great Loop. Really appreciate you being here and clicking like and subscribing and taking that time out of your day to watch our video. I'll go ahead and leave another video at the end so you can check out our loop if you're in the planning process or just dreaming about being underway.